Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. I'm Chris, this is my channel. On this channel I like to drink craft beer, I like to review craft beer, and I don't like to pay a whole lot of money to do it. So the beers that I review on this channel usually come in around the $2 price range. And such is the case with today's selection. I paid $2.29 for this can of Arrogant Bastard Ale. Arrogant Bastard Ale is made by Arrogant Consortia, which is part of Stone. I mean, the easiest thing, the simplest thing to say is that this beer is made by Stone. Now, this is one of those beers you often see it, you rarely order it, is how I would describe it. Was thinking as I grabbed this can very recently, I thought to myself, when was the last time I actually drank Arrogant Bastard? I think it's been like 10, maybe even more years since I actually had this beer. Okay, so quick notes about it. Has a 7.2 ABV. It is an American strong ale. Um, and typically a American strong ale comes in between 6.3 and 10.0. So it's actually at the lower end. A few notes about American strong ales. They are generally not as strong or as rich as barley wines. They have more malt, and they're more malt balanced than a double IPA, more hop intensity than an English strong ale. Um, This beer came to be after a batch of pale ale was mistakenly made with excess ingredients, creating a prototype for an imperial red/amber ale. Um, I could read this whole thing to you, but guys, I'm not going to read all of that. One thing I'm going to point out to you, though, right there, you can always feel confident that the beer you're drinking is a good quality beer. Well, is at least is not a corporate beer if it has the Brewers Association Independent Craft. So that is what we're looking for again and again. This beer is actually about 2 weeks from its best by date, so it's still well within range. I love this one here. Drink fresh, numbskull. So yeah, you've undoubtedly you've seen this everywhere. I mean, I remember back in the 90s, or late 90s, seeing this guy all over the place. Quick notes from the reviewing community. 84 of my friends on Untapped have given it a cumulative score of 3.89. 246,000 of us on Untapped have given it a cumulative score of 3.75. So for almost a 250,000 reviews, to get a 3.75, that says quite a bit. Beer Advocate has 10,928 rankings. Cumulative score 4.15 on Beer Advocate's scale. That is an exceptional score. So there you have the long and it. I'm looking to see if there's anything. I didn't know that there really isn't anything on here to be said. The IBUs are not listed at the website. They're not listed on Untapped. So I really don't know what the IBUs are. But going to be using a snifter. Snifter is the glass you want to use for an American strong ale. And I'm going to crack this bad boy open. We're going to see what delicious color this pours. I got to be honest with you, I don't remember. Okay, so it's kind of coppery. It's a prototype for an Imperial Red Amber Ale. So, there we go. And you can see that's a nice full head. The head is dissipating rather quickly, so I don't know how sturdy this head is. Let's give it a quick beard wipe, see what I can come across. Well, I smelled actually a large fruit profile, kind of appley, peachy even. I'm gonna stick my schnoz in, see what I can come up with. Wow, I smell that amber malt. I don't know exactly. I can't remember. There's like a few different amber malts, but amber malts always have that certain sort of appley, red fruity smell. It's kind of funny that red would smell red, but it really truly does. Yeah, it's the apple. That's what I smell more than anything is that red amber, that red malt that's used for amber ales, and a little bit of a cocoa nib back behind that. So what I'm getting is red malt and maybe even some chocolate malt there too. Like I said, it has been a long time since I've had this. I said 10 years earlier. I'm thinking honestly, it might have been 12, possibly even 15 years since the last time I had this beer. Um, Now that I've given it enough time for the foam to the head to kind of dissipate a bit. Now it's down to its size. I'm going to describe that as being, oh, I'd say medium high carbonation. Fair amount of carbs coming through, carbs, of bubbles coming through. Anyway, I'm going to get to drinking now. Cheers. Just the right amount of everything. The right amount of malt, the right amount of hop, a little bit of an alcohol burn. I mean, what was it, 7.2? Of course, it's going to have, it's not surprising that it has something of an alcohol burn. But what's so amazing is that this beer is so strong and so hefty, and yet it's drinkable. I'm going to describe that as probably just a medium mouthfeel, neither medium high nor medium low, just a medium mouthfeel. As I did say, slight alcohol burn. It's mellow, and yet there's a little bit of sweet on the back end. It's robust, it's bold. It's everything you'd expect an American strong ale to be. Um, the flavor is very, I was going to say very malty, and yet it isn't. I mean, I'm tasting the malt, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. But the hops are coming forward too, so it's not, you aren't getting that little bit of bitterness. I'm going to read the description that I wrote, I got out of my beer atlas that my stepson gave me. Not as strong or as rich as a barley wine, more malt balance than a double IPA, more hop intensity than an English strong ale. That's exactly how to describe this beer. It tastes like an amber ale, almost like an imperial amber ale, and yet it also tastes like a strong ale. It's described as this is an aggressive beer. It is an aggressive beer. There's no doubt about it. This is really a good beer. $2.29 for a pint can. You can't hardly go wrong. And it's the kind of beer that you're going to sip and savor. I mean, look at that lacing. Look at the lacing right there. That tells you how complex, how sweet, how how robust this beer truly is. So thinking here what to give it. As I see it, it's up for a 4.75. I mean, it deserves a 4.5. It comes in a can, so it gets that extra 0.25. I'm giving this a 4.75 on Untapped. So guys, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, drink good beer and don't break the bank doing it. Cheers.